At its core, PHP provides a lot of ways to make your code extremely easy to write and maintain, but it also provides a lot of ways to shoot yourself in the foot. Over these 7 and 8x releases, the core developers have added features like return types and parameter types that make it easy for our IDEs and static code analysis tools to find bugs before our customers do, but they're limited by the information that PHP can provide them. DocBlocks can provide you with a way to provide a little extra boost to your tools so you can craft code that can be more easily maintained and provide tools to help others understand your code so they can easily make changes in the future. Hello developers and welcome to the PHP Architect YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Scott Keckwarren, and on this channel we discuss a wide variety of topics related to the PHP ecosystem. Make sure you subscribe so you can get our latest videos when they're published. At a very basic level, DocBlocks are a specially formatted comment in PHP that provides structural documentation for our code. They are written using a specific syntax and are placed above classes, methods, functions, properties, and other code elements. DocBlocks contain tags that describe the details of the code, including things like the purpose or the parameters and return values. DocBlocks start with a / and 2 stars, and then end with a star and a /. They look like a block comment, but that extra star is what causes your tools to treat them as DocBlocks and not as normal comments, and they won't work without them. A DocBlock consists of 2 pieces. The first is an optional description that explains what the code does. The second is 0 or more tags and annotations that provide additional information about our code. DocBlocks provide several benefits to your code, which include making self-documenting code, which will help other developers, which could be yourself, understand the purpose and the usage of your code. They can specify types of parameters, return values, and properties, which is especially useful in PHP where type declarations are not always available for things like arrays and mixed types. Modern IDEs also use DocBlocks to provide auto-completion, type hints, and inline documentation, which can improve developer productivity. And tools like PHP Documenter can generate documentation from DocBlocks, making it easier to share and maintain documentation. Finally, tools like PHP Stand can use DocBlocks to help find bugs while we're writing it and not in production. I need to flip-flop that. Now that can be a little abstract, so let's look at an example after this word from our sponsors. When your app breaks in production, you want to quickly understand and fix it, not sift through logs for the next hour. That's where Honeybadger comes in. Honeybadger notifies you of errors, outages, and performance issues as they occur, and helps you respond instantly when your systems go down. When you need to dig deeper, Honeybadger's advanced query engine helps you reach into your logs and grab just the information you need. With error tracking, performance and uptime monitoring, log management, and support for over 10 languages, Honeybadger is the best tool to gain real-time insights into your application's health and performance. Best of all, it's free to get started, and setup takes less than 5 minutes. Be sure to bookmark honeybadger.io. That's honeybadger.io. For an example, let's say you wrote a function that adds 2 numbers together. Now, I'm hoping that every developer would easily understand what's going on here, but you're going to add the DocBlock to this so you can communicate your intent for this function to other developers. The first thing that you're going to do is add the special DocBlock comment structure to indicate that you're creating a DocBlock. Next, you're going to add your description. And then you're going to start adding your tags. In this case, you're going to start with the @param tag, which allows you to define the type of each parameter to the function, as well as an optional description. Next, you're going to add the @return tag, which allows you to define the return type of the function, as well as any optional descriptions. Now, when you start typing out the add function, your IDE will show you what each of the parameters is used for, and then you can hover over the function in some cases to see all the documentation that you've added. I should point out that if you're using a version of PHP that supports return types and parameter types, and you should be using these versions by now, you can and should add them. PHP doesn't look at the DocBlock for type safety, but it does look at the types you define so you can find bugs sooner. Now that we have the basics down, we can discuss one of my favorite features of DocBlocks, and that's defining the structure of our arrays. With PHP, your code can define the fact that you're sending an array into a function and getting an array back out of it, but you can't really tell without looking at the function exactly what it expects the structure to be, which can slow you down as a developer. The filter data function on the screen expects an array as a parameter, and it filters out the array and then spits out a new array. The challenging part is that you can't tell what it's filtering on. But you can use DocBlocks to define the parameter and return types are an array of arrays with a string key to an int string or Boolean value. This is still lacking a little detail, so you can define the shape of the array using the following structure to define what the keys are and if those keys have a specific type. The truly amazing part of this is that now your IDE can show you exactly which keys are in the array as you type, and static code analysis tools will let you know when you've forgotten a key or mistyped one. Now, one of the more challenging parts about using Laravel is that PHP doesn't know what columns exist within the model because of Eloquent's use of magic methods. DocBlock provides the @property, @property_read, and @method tags that can be used to help fill in those gaps. To make your life even easier, I would suggest that you check out the Laravel IDE Helper project, which can be used to generate these DocBlock entries based on the project's database structure, which will save a ton of time and accidental typos. This video just breaks the surface of what we can use DocBlocks for. In addition to the tags that we've listed in this article, there are official tags like @todo, @deprecated, and @var, as well as package-specific tags, so we really can't go over them all. I would suggest you look at your packages and determine if there are tags you can use to help yourself and your team. As a brief recap, DocBlocks are a type of comment that provides structural documentation for your code. It helps your IDE and static code analysis tools find issues quickly, and can be added easily to your existing codebase. I hope you enjoyed our video. If so, make sure you subscribe, comment, share, and like, as it does help others find us. Other topics that you'd like to see us cover, let us know in the comments section below, or send me a message on any of the social media platforms found on my website, scott.keckwarren.com. I would love to hear how I can help you, and it always brightens my day when I hear from a fan. This is Scott Keckwarren for the PHP Architect channel signing off, and reminding you to keep watching, keep coding, and keep reading.